Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today is going to be talking about supplement your sleep. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how to supplement your sleep as part of our biohacking. Can you believe we've been biohacking for 21 days now? 21 days of biohacking. This is insanity. So who is so excited to learn about biohacking for sleep? Yes, no, maybe so. So let's go ahead and get into it. So if you guys have any questions or if you guys would like to talk to me about anything at any time, you guys know you have multiple ways to reach me. You guys can email me. You can Facebook message me if you're on Facebook. You can also text me at the work text number if you guys have that as well. So there are multiple ways to get a hold of me. You can also comment in whatever video you are watching. So just wanted to remind you of that. So who is excited? It is Friday. Can you believe it is the end of another stinking week? Like, where is this month going? We literally only are down to our last week of this month, guys. It's craziness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So crazy, insane that it's the end of the month. Last week of the sleep. Okay, I totally understand that. Many years. Good morning, Algina. Years old. Okay, and I don't have so much trouble with it now, but if I get really stressed out or if I have a lot of stuff on my mind, then my insomnia kind of kicks in again. There was a time recently in the last like 2 years that my insomnia was horrible, and it was so bad that I would actually like fall asleep driving and didn't even know I was falling asleep driving. Like, I would just go into what's called autopilot and I would actually be asleep. And this happened for many, many years. I worked in a call center like 6 years ago, and it started kicking my butt really bad then because I worked the late night shift. So it was just weird. So anyone that does have trouble with falling asleep, I totally am there with you. I don't have the trouble so much now because I biohack to make sure I don't. And I also have learned how to naturally, without medications or anything like that, without sleeping aids, anything like that, to help over-the-counter sleep aids to help with my insomnia. So I know if I meditate, keep my stress level down, my insomnia is pretty much going to leave me alone. If I do have an issue, I have some biohacks for you guys I'm going to talk about today to try. So let's go ahead and get into it. So drink a glass of milk before bed. That will help you sleep. A warm glass of milk, sorry, before bed. That'll help you sleep. How about no? Okay. If you ever drank a warm glass of milk, I don't mean cocoa. Yes. Yeah, it was really scary. I literally, when I would fall asleep driving, I literally would drive 45 minutes to my job from my house. And I drove in the dark because I worked until like, I would go in at 11. I worked 11 to 7. So I would go in at 11 o'clock at night, come home at 7 o'clock in the morning. But before the time change happens, it's still really dark sometimes around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I would fall asleep and I wouldn't even remember driving. I would remember leaving my job. I'd remember walking out the building of my job. I'd remember getting in my car, and I would remember leaving the parking lot, and that's all I would remember. I would wake up, I'd be at home. Okay, so I was driving home and I was falling asleep. I'd go into autopilot and fall asleep. There were times I would be in mid conversation, like I am right now, and I would just fall asleep because my insomnia was so bad that my body would just try to make me crash. So there were times I'd fall asleep during the day. I'd fall asleep driving during the day, even, or go into, I call it autopilot because I don't remember how I got where I was going. I remember leaving the house, or I remember leaving work, and then I remember I was there. I don't remember the in-betweens. Okay, so yeah, so it was pretty bad. My insomnia was so bad for a while there that, like I said, I would fall asleep in mid-sentence. Like, I worked in a call center, so I would take phone calls all day, and I would be on the phone with a client, and I would be in a mid-sentence of a client, and I'd fall asleep. Okay, so I had really, really bad sleep issues. My insomnia was so bad that it was just my body knew I had to go to sleep, so it was just trying to make me crash wherever it could. So anyways, back to this. So has anyone ever tried a glass of warm milk? And I don't mean when you like make your own homemade cocoa and you use warm milk to do it. It's disgusting. It's gross. I think it's gross. Okay, let me take that back. I think it's gross. It does not work for me. It makes my tummy upset. It does not make me want to go to sleep. So if warm milk is your jam, okay. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. But when I was in my car accident, I swear my dad was there, because I swear my dad put his arm across me and held me into my seat. I had my seatbelt on, but I was in a car accident. I hit trees. I went right into trees, and it smashed out my windshield. It smashed out my driver's side window. And the front of my van, I had a minivan, or not a minivan, it was a full-size van. It just was one of the newer ones, so it looked short because of the way it was designed, but it was a full-size van. It had 1, 2, 3 rows in it. It was a full-size van, not a minivan. My husband used to call it a minivan. I'm like, dude, that wasn't a minivan. It was a Pontiac Montana. They are not minivans. Anyways, the whole front end of my van looked like someone took a can opener to it and ripped the whole front end open with a can opener. It's how it looked. So yeah, so I do believe that people watch over us. So yeah, I had someone watching over me when I was having, and I believe it was my dad, because my dad died shortly after I got that job at that call center. My real dad passed away. And then the night I actually had my car accident, when I was driving, it wasn't because I fell asleep at that time. It was because the roads were really bad, and I turned the wheel one way, and my rack and pinion on my van snapped. So I turned the wheel around a sharp corner. It was a 90-degree turn. I turned my wheel to go around the corner, and my van didn't turn because my rack and pinion snapped, and I went straight off into the trees and stuff. And the saddest part is, on that same corner, like, what was it? I think it was like 6 years before my accident, someone actually died doing the same thing, but I didn't die, obviously, because I'm here today. But I swear that my dad was in the passenger seat with me, and then he put his arm across me to hold me, because that's what he would used to do when I was a kid. And something like a close call would happen in the car, he'd put his arm across, even though I had a seatbelt on, he put his arm across to hold me in the seat. I swear that's what he did. I swear to goodness, my dad was in that car, because I walked away with nothing but a little tiny scratch on my pinky, and I had a pull muscle. I pulled my muscle from just above my buttocks all the way up my back to the back of my neck, and I was in a neck brace for a little while, but it was because I had a pulled muscle. It wasn't because I broke anything. All right, anyways, back to warm milk. So what did we used to say? Okay, love warm cocoa and milk when. Yes. So I make my homemade cocoa with milk, okay? But I cannot drink. How many people have just taken? Do you ever remember my grandma, my great grandma, technically? My great grandma used to tell me all the time when I would say, Grandma, I can't sleep, because I never said great grandma. You know, you didn't go up to your grandma and say, Great grandma, I can't sleep. It was like Grandma, Nana, Mima, whatever you called your grandma, or your great grandma. And I would go up to my great grandma because she used to babysit me a lot when I was little. And I remember I would say, Grandma, I can't sleep. You know, I'm rubbing my eye. I didn't have glasses yet then. I'm rubbing my eye, and I'm like, I can't sleep. She'd be like, oh, let me get you a glass of warm milk and put you back to bed. Ew, warm milk is gross to me. Okay, you're good. Just got in from the grocery. I have to go shopping today, actually. You're fine. We're not that late. We haven't even really covered what we were talking about. We started talking about it a little bit, and then we got to talk about some other stuff, Valerie. So you're fine. You didn't miss much. You just missed my little story about my car accident that I had, and about how I used to fall asleep driving. And yeah, so that's all you really missed. And I would make it home in a 45-minute drive while sleeping and driving. I would sleep drive. I slept drove. Didn't even know I was doing it. So you are good. Yes, your mom used to give you warm milk. So my grandma used to give me my great grandma used to give me warm milk. My dad's mom, she gave me warm milk, I think like once or twice, and it didn't hit my tummy very well at all. So my dad's mom, so I had my great grandma, and then I had my grandma. I basically was raised by my mom, my dad, and my grandma. When I was at my mom's house, I was with my mom and my great grandma, because my mom would have my great grandma babysit me. When I was at my dad's house, my grandma, my dad's mom, lived with us. So I was raised between 2 different towns, 2 different houses, 2 different sets of rules, all that fun stuff. You know what I mean? So, but my grandma was like a second mom to me. So my grandma, when I was tired and stuff, she would just rub my back until I fell asleep. But that was my grandma. And she would also give me actually a couple of these little biohacks, believe it or not, that we're going to talk about for helping you fall asleep, because my grandma was like myself. She was more into the more all natural, more herbal. If any of you guys know my beliefs, I don't want to say my religion. It's a religion, but a lot of people don't look at it as a religion. So if you know my beliefs, I got them. My grandmother taught me my beliefs. So my grandma, my dad's mom. So So yeah, so we're like more about the nature and, you know, less medications, things like that. We've always been that way. So my grandma used to, if I had a cold, my grandma would put up this jar that had honey and garlic and something else in it. I don't remember what it was. I think it might have been pepper or something. She'd pull this stuff out and she'd stick it on a cracker or something, and she'd have you eat it. And or she would give you an entire garlic clove that she had soaking in this jar. She'd make it in the summertime, and it would sit in the refrigerator and ferment and stuff until like wintertime when you'd get sick. And if you even so much as my she was like cramming this stuff down your throat. You never got sick. I'm telling you, you never got sick. But it was gross. I mean, I love garlic and I love honey, but it was gross to have an entire, you know, she was shoved this whole, eat this entire clove of garlic. Um, and, and she would make you eat it, and you'd eat it and it would burn and it would, you know, all that stuff, but then you wouldn't be sick anymore. So she was also one that if you had an ear infection, she would put onion. She'd put a piece of onion in your ear and a cotton ball. Onion and a cotton ball. She put the onion in there, and then when she pulled the onion out, then she put a cotton ball in there. And I never had ear infections. Okay. So my grandmother was like stinking amazing with this stuff. So this biohack stuff actually makes me think of my grandma, which is really cool. Okay, let's see. Did you shopping yesterday? Well, yeah, I have to go. So I have to go do some odds and ends grocery shopping today. I have to get like ground beef. I have to get chicken. I got all of like the non-meat stuff last week. Now this week I have to go get meat. And then I have a wedding shower on Sunday. So I have to go get the gift for the wedding gift. I have to go get that today. And then there was something else I had to go do. Oh, I have to get some stuff for my lurking toxins training so that I can record that on Monday so that you guys have that for, was it for Tuesday? I have to record that Monday morning if I don't, because I'm not going to be able to do it this weekend unless I do it tonight. I got to record that either later today or Monday morning for you guys to have for Monday night. So I something or first Tuesday night. Tuesday night we're doing the toxins, right? Tuesday night. Yeah, Monday night is the other one. Toxins is Tuesday. So I have to record that on Monday. All right, let me see here. You were all taken care of. Yes, I was very taken care of. Yes. We're fortunate to have them. Yep, they always had their own little remedies. You're right. And they did work. You are right. Yes. Did not meet parent. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to my hometown. I'm going to the pumpkin farm that I've gone to every single year since I was born. I actually have a picture, my very first Halloween, I have a picture of me at this pumpkin farm. So I'm going to the pumpkin farm tomorrow. I'm going to see if Christian wants to go with me or not. It's up to him. He doesn't have to unless he wants to, but I'm going to go to the pumpkin farm tomorrow because I've gone, like I said, this will be my 40th year going. So I go every single year since I've been born. I go to this pumpkin farm. It's in my little tiny hometown where if you blink, you've gone through the town. Maybe I'll do a little sightseeing with it with you guys. Maybe I'll show you guys like the school now looks like a freaking prison, to be honest. It looks like a jail now, but it was really pretty when I went there. But maybe I'll do like a little this is my hometown type thing or something. So anyways, so I'm going to the pumpkin farm tomorrow in my hometown, which is about an hour-ish away, like 45 minutes or so from my house. I'm going there. And then on Sunday, I have a wedding shower for my cousin. My cousin's getting married in December. So I have their wedding shower on Sunday at KOA Campground. And then, so my weekend's kind of busy. And then I found out today from my husband that we want to actually he wants to empty out our storage unit by the end of the month because they're raising our storage rate to $180 a month. Like when we first got it, it was 95 bucks a month. Then they got bought out. Then it went to 100. Now it is 100 and what is it? 160. And then at the end of this month, next month, they're raising it to 180. So he just told me this morning he wants to empty the storage shit out. So I have to go down there and see what all I can bring up today when I go down and do the shopping downtown. So what apple picking? Nice. Yeah, they don't, excuse me, our pumpkin farm doesn't have an apple orchard that you can pick, but you can buy apples there, but they don't have an apple orchard that you can pick Yeah, it's a huge, that's like $20. It's like a $20 increase. And then where we live, our lot rent just went up $25. So it's like everything is going up. So it's crazy. All right. So sorry about all the personal stuff. Let's go ahead and get back to this. So anyways, all right. So the warm milk, I can't do it. Okay. So if warm milk is your jam, go for it. That's fine, but it is not my jam. I cannot do the warm milk at all. So, however, there are foods that you can incorporate at dinner and in the evening for your evening snack, which evening snacks is not a bad thing. I've heard all these people that say, you shouldn't eat after 6 o'clock or you shouldn't eat after 7 o'clock. You can eat, just don't eat junk. That's the difference. Okay. Don't eat junk. Okay. All right. So when it comes to bedtime, I can fall asleep and stay asleep because I have these little biohacks, and these are going to probably blow your mind. So some items you can have with dinner or after dinner as an after dinner snack to help you sleep at night are you ready? Get your pen and paper ready? I've been talking enough for you guys to get a pen and paper ready. I'll give you a minute to make sure you got it ready. Yeah, I know everything is going up too much. It's crazy. I used to be able to buy my meat and my non-meat at the same time. I can't afford to do both anymore. I have to buy my meat like a week or two after I buy the non-meat stuff. All right, ready? Here we go. Bananas, almonds, chickpeas, fish, spinach, milk. It doesn't have to be warm milk, just cold milk, okay? Whole grain cereal and oat cakes, okay? Are you guys mind blown? These are foods you can have with dinner or for an after dinner snack that can help you to sleep. Whose mind just got blown? Anyone's, or did you guys already know this? You guys may have already known this. You guys could have definitely already known this. So each of these boosts your serotonin levels, okay? Which is what produces your melatonin, okay? So serotonin helps produce melatonin, which helps you fall asleep faster. So slice up half a banana over your cereal with milk and skip the melatonin gummy and see how well you feel in the morning. So what do you guys think about that? Mind blowing, or did you know this? Any idea at all? Let's see. Let me check the comments on Facebook here. It is definitely way too much to get together to get all your groceries together. Unless you're someone who like only just buys for like a week at a time or something. I know people that do that. I think that's crazy, but that's just me. Nice. So those are things you normally like to eat daily anyways. That's good. So now you just need to move them either for dinner or a small after dinner snack and you'll be good to go. Good to go, good to go, good to go. You eat a banana every morning. I have to be careful with eating bananas. Like I love bananas, don't get me wrong. And I love banana bread. I make it all the time. I love banana muffins. I make them all the time. I love banana cookies. I make a lot of them at Christmas time. I make like 9 dozen of them around Christmas. Well, around this time of year, fall and Christmas. I cannot take a banana and just peel it and eat it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can cut a banana into tiny little, into tiny little circles and I can eat it. I can take a banana and I can cut it up and I can throw it in my air fryer and I can dehydrate them and eat banana chips. I can do that. I cannot eat a banana by just taking a banana, peeling it and biting it and eating it. I gag. I can't do it. I can't do it. I used to make a banana split cake in the summertime. So it's an ice cream, I would make a cake and I would take bananas and I would put the little circular bananas all over the top of it. And then you cover it up with sugar-free Cool Whip. It was really good. And I loved it. And my family loved it. And I need to make it this summer because I stopped making it for a while. I need to start making it again. Anywho, so I cannot eat an actual banana though. I have to have it cut up into small pieces. I can't just chew it. I can't just bite off a banana and eat it. You can eat a slice of cheese, but you can't eat mac and cheese. Cheese on nachos. Oh, wow. Wow, weird. That's interesting. So yeah, so I can eat a banana if I cut it up, cut it up nice and small. I can eat it. I cannot just peel a banana and eat it straight up like that though. Okay, guys, so There you go. There is your biohacking tip, right? Your biohacking tip for some sleep. So this is how you can supplement your sleep with natural foods instead of supplementing your sleep with melatonin. All right, guys. So pretty cool, right? So today is DIY Friday. So I'm going to get off here and do like a 5-minute break between. I know I went over by about 7 minutes so far, but we are going to be doing. You can't eat slices of cheese. Oh, I love cheese. I love cheese. Love it. Love sliced cheese. I can only really eat homemade mac and cheese because I can eat homemade. I can eat the shells and cheese, like the liquid that I don't even think is really cheese. But I can eat that, but I can't eat the powdered box of cheese. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? All right, guys. So I'm gonna hop off here. And for DIY Friday, we are going to be doing our rosemary roasted red potatoes. So when I go grocery shopping today, I think I might be picking up some red potatoes, or maybe even just a baby little red potatoes, because this sounds absolutely amazing. And I want to make something like this for dinner tonight. So, or with dinner tonight. I don't even know what I'm making for dinner tonight. I don't have a clue. Yeah, the powder is pretty bad. I heard that what is that brand? It's a cheese. Oh my goodness. It's one of the like they make the brick cheese, you know what I mean? It's just with C. It's not Colby, that's a kind of cheese, but it's a brand, okay? Um it's a brand of cheese and they just came out with boxed macaroni and cheese. They sell it at Walmart from what I heard from my friend. And I guess it's like $1 a box or something. I haven't tried it yet. But I want to, even though it's a powdered, I kind of want to buy one for $1 and try it because I really like the cheese itself, like that brand of cheese. I can't think of the name of it though. It's a really, really popular brand. It starts with a C. I can't think of it, but I want to try it. So when I go to Walmart today, I might even just see if I can find like a box of that just to try it. Like if I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm only out $1. It's not like, but it's a brand of cheese I really like. Cobalt cheese. Cobalt. Yeah. Cobalt, not Colby. Cobalt cheese. That's what it is. It's a really good brand. So, all right. So I'm going to pop off here. If you have to go to the restroom, now's the time to go. Let me go ahead and turn off the recording for Zoom because they don't need to hear this part because they don't see the 5-minute difference. Right? Right.